Wow, this is a surprisingly much better looking crank than I expected to get for 29 bucks. Oh, just look at that. I showed you that old antique crank thing that was on that other boat that looks like it's been on there since the 1800s. That's a good looking little setup for 29 bucks. How can you beat something like that? So I'll take this off. Well, we can walk out here with it and I can show you right where the other one came off at. I probably still got the same nuts and bolts. That other one was sitting right there. There's a nut thing there that I can take off. Yeah, put that right on there. Bolt it right down. And heck far. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I could put a bolt hole right there. Put a bolt right there. Shoot, yeah. That'll do the trick. Or I could grind this little thing off and put it right here. Get a little closer. Or I could put it right there. That way I'd be pulling the boat right up to this thing instead of having it way up yonder. I might do that. Get some of that weight up this way. Yeah. Oh, so much to do. So much fun to have around here. Oh, the joy. This boat, and by having this on here, I can balance the boat. Right now, it's this easy to pick up. You pick it up with one hand. So that's kind of the plan. I did temporarily, but I'm going to put one permanent with a piece of wood right here, because this sort of sticks in a little bit right here. So what I'll do is, this is a piece of 1-inch decking board, but I'll get a big piece the same size as all of this and set it right there and shoot some screws through that. That way when that motor comes down, there's enough play there to be able to set pitch on the top. See, without that engine touches the boat right there. With it, like that. And that's just about right. There's one more pinhole if somebody wanted to drop any more, but I can't imagine anybody would want to. So, I think the very first thing I'm going to do is take off. See, there's a board here. Well, I thought that board was split, but it's not. But what I could do is right here where this board is bolted, I could cut it right there and then sit. So I got this piece here. I could weld that right there, take that right off. That would do the trick. Yeah. Oh, the joy. And shaping this. Okay, I spent a pretty good bit of time making and shaping this piece of wood right here. There's two bolts that go through the back of the boat and through this piece. I notched out for those, although I could take this off and take those bolts out and put it through that, and I might do that before I'm through. But for right now, that's a good snug fit. It's not tending to move. It keeps that transom nice and snug. So I remember when I had this motor on this boat before, it didn't feel real sturdy, but I also didn't have this transom set up well enough. So that looks and feels pretty good right there. I'd be curious to take this over to the boat dock, put it in and ride around a little bit and see how it does. But I still got a few things to do. You may remember when I used this before, these things rattled. So I think what I'm going to do to fix that is just cut me a little piece of oak wedge and drive down in behind that to keep that from rattling. And I've got the boat sitting pretty well on the trailer. I do want to, that little piece isn't welded on, so I want to cut that up here and make a weld and weld that in place. Either that or cut some of this and move it back here. And I probably will want to take some of this off just specifically to help with the weight of it all. So that's what I'm up to. I'm about ready for a sandwich though, so I think I'm gonna go in and do that. Chipped off. I came up here and chipped off this little piece of wood, and I had this little piece down back. It was left over from some other boat. Actually, it probably came off the one that I got the Boston Whaler on. And I'm just going to take and spot weld that right there on that pole and take that chain off. And then that and that little roller there will be what the boat stops on. And then I'll put that roller crank here that I bought for it right up on top of here. And then the cable from that can run down and across that one and out and pull the boat up on there. I'll let you watch me do that quick little weld. Like I'll sit you up here on the welder. I don't get re-electrocuted now. Okay then, I might grab Bill and go to the lake tomorrow and shoot some video riding around in this thing. Might be kind of fun to see how she does now that she's on there correctly. We'll see y'all then. Love you. Say hi to your mom and them. Bye.
You ready?
Yeah. Boat would be better with a trolling motor. Yeah. What do you think?
So far, yes.
It's a beautiful morning for it. Told me everything I need to know about this boat.
That didn't take long.
Man. So, I think the better thing to do would be to, I'm going to get out and shoot some pictures from just it floating in the water. I think the better thing to do would be to just sell the boat with no motor. And sell the motor with no boat and let everybody else figure out what they want to do with it. I'm going to grab my
other camera.
Me and Bill brought this boat out. We thought we'd ride around with it and see what we think. And I still think pretty much what I thought about it the first time I rode around with it. I'm not fond of it. It's
Now you can't say that and try to sell the boat.
well, see these YouTubers, most of them ain't from around here. So yeah, I'm not fond. I think the boat, I mean, like you say, a pond boat, put that on a pond, put a little, I've got a couple of little trolling motors. Put a little trolling motor on that and tootle around the pond, it'd be fine, but that's just too much motor for that little boat. So that's what I'm thinking. So do you want to show the YouTubers where you got in that bar fight and you got that big boo-boo on your head the other day?
You don't have to show that.
You don't want to show that? You ought to see Bill, he's all beat up. You ought to see the other guy.